Tommy, it's your Rock 103.9 The Bear, and I am with John Larsen, the drummer of Volbeat. How are you, man?
I'm good. Been doing press for like almost an hour, so I'm getting there.
All right. You know, I have finally, every time I run into you guys, it's at one of these festivals, and I only get to maybe see a song or two, but back before Christmas, I was lucky enough to catch you guys with Five Finger and Hell Yeah and Nothing More in Fort Wayne, and it was not only a great show, it was fun.
Yeah. Well, that's the key ingredients, isn't it? It's supposed to be fun and entertainment. You know, there's no deeper meaning to what we do. It's just fun.
You got to help me out here. The pronunciation of the band. Half my listeners call you Volbeat, the other half calls you Volbeat. You're in the band. Let's just get this out there. What is the exact one?
Well, we call it Volbeat.
What is it?
Volbeat.
Volbeat.
Yeah, you can say that. I mean, if I say it the right way, then it's the Danish way, which is Volbeat. But, you know, Volbeat, it's all good.
Just wanted to make sure. Because people keep asking me, and and I've always said Volbeat because when I read the story about how the name came, that's how you would pronounce that,
Volume beat,
yeah,
Volbeat.
Right. Okay, you have a sound like no other band, and I believe really that's what makes Volbeat special, is because I don't feel there's any rules in this band. I hear harmonica, I hear banjo, I hear rockabilly, I hear punk, I hear metal. Is that a fair assessment? There's just no rules if it's either cool or not.
I mean, we never gave too much thought about that in the beginning. It was just like, whatever Michael threw on the table, we would play it, and if we felt it sounded good, we would keep it. So, yeah, some stuff has, like you said, a more rockabilly type of thing to it, more is more metal thing, more is more, dare I say, pop thing, perhaps, but, it's what we do, we don't really pay too much attention, we can't play this or we can't play that, it has to sound like this. No. And when we go in the studio, sometimes, either Michael or producer Jacob would say, I think how about if we put a harmonica in here? That would sound cool, or I have an idea for an acoustic guitar, I have an idea for a banjo or whatever. And again, if it sounds great and it works out, then we'll keep it.
That's great. You look around the room, everybody goes, yeah, that's cool, let's keep it.
Yeah, that's basically how we do it.
Now, you guys are currently on the road with Rob Zoll Band, and you got the Anthrax hat on right now, and you recently had to cancel a show up in Calgary, and I've seen all this stuff on the internet, but I just really wanted to get the answer straight from you. What happened there?
It was a matter of safety issue. It was sad, but once the boys started loading up the gear, there was definitely something that was wrong, and it felt wrong, and we had a meeting, and they said, guys, it's basically a safety issue. It's not safe for you up there. It's not safe for us. It's not safe for the audience. So it was like, okay, then sadly we have to cancel the show because we don't want to see anybody get hurt, nor us or the audience or anybody, So it was basically a safety issue.
The last thing Volbeat wants to do is cancel a show. You don't want to do that. You don't want to hurt a fan, but you also, there's a lot of rigging and there's a lot of things. It's got to be safe.
It has to be. It's a pretty big production that we carry with us this time, and there's a lot of weight up there. And if the safety issue isn't in order, then what are we supposed to do? I mean, it's always sad to cancel the show, and no matter how well you explain it, a lot of people will not get it, and what else can I say?
Well, I think you always go with how you feel. If you feel it's wrong, and go with that, and you'll always be good at the end of the day. Nobody got hurt. That's the main thing.
That's the main issue.
Now, you guys tour. I've never seen a band tour so much. Like, I've tried to book you guys for our station show a couple of times. I goes, my God, they're booked a year and a half in advance. I mean, it's incredible the amount of non-stop road work you guys do.
Well, it's kind of like the old-fashioned way. I mean, we are a live band, and we love playing live, and, we have the opportunity to go on the road and tour. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, if instead of sitting home, which is nice, but after a couple of weeks, you kind of start going, maybe we should do something. And, and somebody says, yeah, we got a tour lined up for you guys. Okay, great, let's go. So, how many bands ends up sitting in their rehearsal room never go out on the road. We're lucky enough that we can go out on the road, so that's what we do.
Now, when you guys were recording Outlaw Ladies and Shady Gentlemen, you had King Diamond do guest vocals on the record. You guys big King Diamond fans, and was it cool?
Michael and I and Rob are big King Diamond fans, and we met him a couple of times in Dallas because part of our crew used to work for King back in the day, so he normally would come down and say hi, have a cup of coffee, and talk Danish for a couple of hours. And so the idea, like it always does pop up, is say, wouldn't it be great if? So Michael talked to King, and King said, sure, why not? So we gave him absolute freedom to do whatever he did. Michael wrote the lyrics, but he said, if you want to change anything to the lyrics or you want to add some pieces and stuff, do it. And he did. And it came out like Volbeat meets King Diamond. It's great.
It was fun because I didn't know he was going to be on the record, and I was listening to it, and I just hear the voice. I goes, "That's King Diamond." So I'm immediately going through the liner notes, and it was just really cool. And I'm a fan. You're a fan. You're in a band, but you're also a fan of stuff, and it's got to be fun to wow, King Diamond singing with us, or anybody, even if you guessed on something,
Sure, absolutely. I mean, he recorded back home in Dallas, but with nowadays with the internet and everything, you could just send stuff back and forth, so it came out great. It's my favorite track on the album. That's Room 24.
Yeah. When you guys were doing the record, of course, Rob Cangiano was producing, and he from Anthrax, and he's producing, doing some guitar solos. When was it that moment you go, you want to just be in the band?
Well, it happened basically because I think we have been recording for a few days, and then he said, oh yeah, by the way, I left Anthrax. And we were like, what? You did what? Yeah, I don't want to, and he was like, I want to focus more on producing, I don't really want to go on the road, and we were like, you're an idiot. Why would you leave Anthrax? You're stupid. But never mind that. So, like you said, yeah, he started doing, some solos on the album. He started playing a bit of rhythm guitar, added extra guitars to it, and Michael called me and he said, I think Rob would really be a good fit for the band. He plays really well, everybody knows that, but he kind of captured the way I play, which has always been a problem for us. I was like, I don't think you want to join the band. I'm going to ask him anyway. And he did, and Rob's response apparently was that he had to sleep on it for a couple of days, but he came back and he said, you know what, guys, yeah, I want to join the band. So there you go.
Now, when I know you guys got a little break finally coming up after June 2nd when you guys are in New York. And I know Mike's been writing some songs, and you guys are going to start writing again. Do you think you're going to have him Rob again behind the board, or are you going to go with an outside source so you get that extra input?
We're definitely not going to go with an outside source. We're going to go back home to Jacob, where we always record. Yeah. Jacob has always been there ever since we did the second demo, so he's definitely going to produce it this time as well. As for Rob, I don't know how much influence Rob will have on this one. I mean, he'll probably be there definitely to annoy me when I'm doing the drum tracks. But as for producing, I don't know. I don't even know if Rob knows how much he's going to put into the album. But he's definitely going to be there, and he has definitely some cool ideas, and hopefully maybe even have a song or two of his. Who knows?
Well, it sounds great, and I'm so glad I finally got to see the band. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys today. You'll probably be the first band I get to see today, so I'm looking for...
You got to be out there and watch Anthrax in an hour.
Well, yeah, I'm going to try to. I'm trying to. Trust me, but I may go catch you guys on another run when you guys are all together, so I can actually just go and not work. But thank you so much for the time. It's always a pleasure. Great records, and man, it's just a lot of fun. You guys are a fun band, and I really appreciate having fun with music again. A lot of bands don't get that.
No comment.